As a young boy in Virginia, Garland H. White was sold away from his mother Nancy. More than 20 years later, he marched into the fallen Confederate capital as a Union chaplain and found her again. White was born into slavery in 1829 in Hanover County, Virginia. Sold to Robert Toombs, a Confederate leader, he worked as a house servant in Washington, D.C., where he met abolitionist Senator William Seward and taught himself to read. He escaped to Canada in 1859 via the Underground Railroad. Certified an AME minister, he returned when Congress stopped enforcing the Fugitive Slave Act. When war began, White recruited black soldiers for the 28th United States Colored Troops. To earn the chaplaincy, he enlisted as a private, serving months at a private's pay. He was elected chaplain on September 1, 1864, one of only 14 black chaplains in the Union Army. At the Battle of the Crater, he defended his men against slander. He developed a lung condition in the Petersburg trenches that plagued him for life. On April 3, 1865, White marched into Richmond among the first Union troops to enter the fallen capital. He spoke on Broad Street, proclaiming freedom to all mankind. Then a woman approached. Where was he born? Sold from? His mother's name? When the answers matched, she said, "This is your mother, Garland, who has spent 20 years of grief about her son." But Richmond's fall did not mean freedom everywhere. Texas remained a Confederate holdout where slaveholders ignored the Emancipation Proclamation entirely. In June 1865, the 28th USCT sailed to Texas, not to fight, but to enforce. General Granger's announcement in Galveston on June 19th is what we call Juneteenth. But it was just a proclamation. It took armed black soldiers marching onto Texas plantations with rifles to make emancipation real. White wrote dispatches documenting the violence. White landowners, he reported, treated freed people more cruelly than ever. He described a place where going to the grave with the dead is as common as going to bed. Yet he held on to his vision, black Americans living as freemen in Texas, as in Ohio, freemen at the ballot box as at the cartridge box. After mustering out, White ran for Congress in 1874 and lost. He died on July 5, 1894, in Washington, D.C. He was buried with full military honors at Arlington. White rose from slavery to chaplain, from separation to reunion. When emancipation existed only on paper, he went to Texas and made it real. Rifle in hand, uniform on his back, he never stopped pursuing freedom for himself and his people. That perseverance defined his life.